Hi everyone. I really want you to watch this video because this will guide you through the process of publishing your group's Boston project. And if you just watch part of it, you won't be able to do this. And in fact, your project will probably not be very good. So I want you and your team to gather together and huddle in tight and watch this video. Likewise, you can do it on separate videos with headphones. Either way, don't skim through this, don't skip it, don't watch a little bit and say, yeah, I know how to do this, because it took me a while to put this together, and it's worth the time, and it'll help you get a good grade. So this is a quick mock-up of what you are producing. I just worked with some media I had on hand. You'll see this as a unique URL, and this is the cover page. And these are my spreads. This is page 2 and 3. And I have a video here, which may or may not play in a moment. Here we go. I have a JPEG, another JPEG, and I have another video that I've put a different way. Okay, so let me just walk you through a few of the things that you need to pay attention to. You cannot place raw photos on InDesign. They have to be JPEGs. Because you are uploading things to the internet, things work better when they're not huge. So my video is exported at 720p, even though I shot it in 4K. I've really scaled it down. This video, which I have inserted directly into InDesign, is a MP4, not a .mov or anything else. It's an MP4. That's all that works. And you'll notice that in my pages, I've created some kind of relatively standard margins. This box, this photo is centered in here. This isn't quite centered in here, but it could be. I've used a solid black, blue background to kind of soften this a little bit. And over here, I have kind of used a modular layout style where I've kept my things on one edge. I didn't go to the very edge of this. I've kept things relatively lined up. And the same over here. I'm taking advantage of the negative space to focus people in here. My type is relatively consistent. I've used the same font throughout, and I'll use the same in text. Now, what I didn't do, what I would like you to do, is have more than 3 pages, because you're going to have about 10 to 15 photos, and those photos will need some captions, and captions generally would look like this. So maybe you have 3 photos, and this is just a short caption for the 3 of these, something like that. All right. Either way, your project will have a title, some kind of an opening page, and this should have your names in it, produced by. It'll have JPEGs. It'll have roughly 10 to 15, depending on what you came up with. I asked for a hero picture, which means that key, great, really good standout picture. This is not random stuff. And your video. And my recommendation is that when you finish your complete video, you upload it to YouTube. We can use the school, the class YouTube account, and then I can give you the code, the URL, not the URL, sorry, the HTML code that you can put into your document. So let me walk you through what this looks like in InDesign, and then I'm going to walk through the process. It's pretty simple, actually. This is just I used 11 by 14 for my size. That's really key. Look, if you start this off in picas again, like the last time, you're going to have a big mess on your hands. It's not even worth doing. I've inserted a video. That's what you see once you insert a video. I have headlines, text, my JPEGs, and this is called the embed code, and I'm going to just show you how I do that. So I'm going to start this over. Let me just start a new document. And your may say picas, but my gosh, change it to inches. I'm working landscape 14 by 11. I have a just an eighth of an inch margin, but that doesn't really matter to me right now. And I'm going to go ahead and create this. The first thing I want to do is I want to make this not be white anymore. So I'm just making a box that's going to cover the whole thing. The key V gets you to this top arrow, so if you need that, you can easily do that. I want to fill it, so this is my fill box, and I'd like to fill it with something nice and soft. And if I can't find something nice and soft using this thing, I can just click this and select any color anywhere, and it should give me what I want. So let's see if I can do that better. I'm just going to click that, come right over here, and I'll get this light blue here from this other page. And it just gave me the code. Okay, so this now is my background. The first thing I want to do is I want to give this project a title. And I'm going to make a simple text box. And Boston today, and I'm going to jump this up like crazy so I get this really decent size and I can work with it. I like fonts that are relatively easy to read. I have shown you multiple times how to get other fonts, and if you need to know that again, you can Google that, or if I need to, I can walk you through that one. And I'm going to just jump this up a bit. And I'm going to juice this up a little better. Life in Boston today. Let's go a little bigger so that we can actually make this pretty appealing. And we'll go about there. It doesn't need to be too big. All right, so I just want to tighten this up a little bit so that I can move this around. I'm now moving this, and you'll see I have a very faint red line. That means I'm dead center. Let's find it again. There you go. I'm now dead center in my document, and that's great. I want to make another text box, and I want to say who this is by. And let's say, let's just say me. I really can't tell you how much I hate the default font of Minion Pro. It is pretty darn simple, but the problem with its simplicity is that it gets used in absolutely everything. I tend to like Avenir. And I'm pretty happy with it generally, partially because there's a lot of variety in it. I don't have a scientific way of doing this, but I am just going to pop it up a little bit. And again, I am going to tighten this box a bit so that I can move it and I can get to the dead center right there. So now I have two elements. Just about dead center. There we go. Close enough. And that's my first page. I'm now going to put in my first picture, and I think I've lost track of a few of my JPEGs, but I think I can find something to work with. So I'm going to File, Place, and I probably have one right here. Let's use this one for giggles. I pulled this from Unsplash just to play with. This may or may not have come in the size I want. I want to go back to V, and I want to go to fitting. And in this case, you can try content aware fit. I want to do something that's not going to distort this. So I am going to fit content proportionally. And you'll see that it made it smaller than my box. And that is because I asked it to do it proportionally. And the height of this was the same as the box. So I could have tried another option, but this works quite good for me. I am going to slide this until I get it dead center, and it's right there. And I don't really want it dead center vertically, but this can happen right here. I'm going to click off and just take a glance at this, and I really want to see that things look reasonably put together here, and I feel like they generally do. I have You know, I'm working end to end. I have this in the center, this in the center. That's all nice and good. Let's go ahead and save this. I'm absolutely not going to let this be saved as untitled one. I'm going to put it in my test book file, and I'm going to call this book demo, and I will just save that right there. Okay, that's the first page. Let's get another, what do you call it, page on here. So let me just make this a little bigger so we're not too distracted by the background. I would generally do full screen, but I want to be able to get to other things. So I'm going to add a page, and here you go. I'm going to make this a little easy on myself. So I have this back page already there. I'm just going to copy that, Command V, and I can bring this right down here. And now I have my second thing. The other thing I'm going to steal is I'm going to steal, nope, I'm not. So on this page right here, I'm going to do another text box, another headline. So I am going to steal this, Apple C, Apple V. I will make this a little smaller because we're not on the front page anymore. That was 89. Oh, I think we can drop down to like 74. I just want people to come from the size of this to a smaller size. Okay, so now let's do a video. And the ocean in winter. Ooh, that sounds nice. So the ocean in winter, and I have a video that I've made. This is my Premiere file. This is a drone footage from Reed. I exported this. I'm just going to walk you through my exports. I exported it, and here's what I did. I made this 1080, but you could make it even smaller, like 720. All right, but it's going on YouTube, so 1080 would just be fine. Format is H.264. All that stuff is good. I just know where it's going. It's going in my folder called New Folder with Items. And whoops, I'm not going to cancel this yet. So I went to YouTube and I uploaded that. Let's see if I can find, I think I'm on the right one. My videos. Well, I'm watching a lot of Saturday Night Live lately. Whoop, that's not it. Let's find my right account. So sorry about that. Let's see. Ah, Touch ID, lovely. Okay, isn't this fast? Here's my video, and I uploaded it a little bit earlier. I just want to go to look at this video, so I'm going to come down. Let's see, can I get there? Ooh. I'm going to go to my channel. I'm trying to get to my video. Okay, here we go. And this is the guy. All right, so I could just cut a link and put it in, but I don't want people to have to do that. So I want to embed it. So I'm going to this little button here, which is the embed code. I'll find it from share. Whoops, I'm so sorry. It's not. That was the theater view. Let's go to right here. It's on share. And I'm just going to copy this. And this is the embed code. Now, I am going to get out of that box. And I'm going to go to Object. And I'm going to go to Insert HTML. I would like to put in the code I just copied from YouTube. So, here we go. This has now made the embed box. This is the video. All right, it's not visible here because it will be soon enough. I just want to line this up, and if I go horizontal and vertical, I can get to the dead center of the page. And sometimes it takes a minute. There we go, right there. I think I could handle that in the dead center. Now, so the way this works is this. Let me get back to that embed code. Here's the code. It is going to give me a video that is 560 pixels wide and 315 pixels high. That's how this is set up. Now I could, like anything else, grab this and drag it bigger or smaller. And if I do, it'll change the dimensions of the play box, but I don't believe it always changes the dimensions of the video. So it's possible that it won't play as big, or the full video won't appear. You can play around with that and try different numbers, but it's a ratio, so you don't want to have the width not relate to the size.